Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunkissed Reactions. My name is Courtney. Today, I am back with My Hero Academia, Season 6, Episode 18. We actually have a double drop this week, so you'll be getting both episodes this week. You'll be getting Monday and probably Tuesday as well. So be on the lookout for that. I'm super excited to get this episode. I think we're going to be in Deku's head, especially since I think the title of this episode is Izuku Midoriya and Tomura Shigaraki, so maybe we'll be in both of their heads. I'm very excited to get in this episode. Hope you guys are as well. Please keep in mind that if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can by going to patreon.com/sunkissedreactions. Link is down in the description below. There you can find full-length, early access, Patreon exclusives, movie reactions. All of that is listed down in the description below. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get in this episode.
I can feel it. The vestige of me that lives within One for All.
Oh, that's so cool and creepy. Like, how does that work?
He must be talking with the previous wielders.
Yeah, let's get into his head. Look at him. Oh, the one on fire must be...
Jeez, the timing's not ideal.
All Might. Who's this? Why are they facing the other way?
Has brought us here.
Oh, please. It's just bad luck this is happening now.
Why are those two facing the wall and not sitting in a chair? What's going on? Why?
At first, we could only talk to you when we found cracks in your consciousness. But we're not limited to those moments anymore.
Nice.
The reason is related to my power.
Oh,
which you
okay.
now hold. About 4 months ago, with the figures you see in front of you now, were able to take shape and communicate with each other inside of One for All.
Only a few months ago.
When my brother forcibly pulled us into the battle earlier, we gained even more freedom.
Huh.
Don't you worry. We'll still give you plenty of privacy if you know what I mean.
No. Yeah, that would be a little creepy.
Now it feels like my mouth's starting to take shape.
Nice.
Dang! I
What?
can almost understand what you're saying.
Allow me to
Number 4's a weird one. He got tired of everyday life, so he started living in seclusion like a hermit.
Okay.
Were you
Ah!
informed of how I died and how old I was at the time?
No. Oh.
I'm pretty sure he crossed out the important details.
Why?
We discovered I died of old age.
Oh. At 40?
Neither Bonjo nor I had any way of knowing it.
Oh, because he can...
We only found out because Yagi looked into the matter.
Yeah, because he can sense danger, so he...
Is that One for All can't be wielded safely by an ordinary human being.
Right. Maybe?
For 18 years, I spent my days training and building up the power as best I could, avoiding All for One. So I figured the best thing I could do was improve the quirk for its next use.
Okay.
But as time passed, cracks began appearing on my body.
Oh, no, it's like Dr. Stone.
The natural causes that killed me were due to the multiple quirks inside my body. They drastically
okay.
shortened my lifespan.
Oh.
We don't have a proper sample size. Most of us didn't have the power.
Right.
What was the intrinsic difference between Yagi and Shinomori? All Might was quirkless.
Oh. So...
After I heard what my brother had to say, I was certain.
Why was he trying to find somebody with a quirk?
Consciousness is etched into their quirk factor. So why is Yagi's vestige here, even though he didn't have an ability of his own? With no quirk of his own, he's the only user who gained a vestige through One for All itself.
Oh.
If it's not empty when they inherit One for All, it overflows, eating away at your lifespan. He was able to use One for All over the course of 40 years because his vessel was empty at first. This ability that's passed from person to person could only reach its true potential when wielded by someone born powerless.
Wow. So he's the last one to be able to use it? Or he needs to
On to another quirkless person.
give it to a
But they're
person
like an
with a
endangered
quirk?
Species, few and far between
Right.
these days. If we'd been able to talk with the other users sooner, perhaps fewer people might have suffered over the years.
You might be the last person who wields One for All.
Yeah.
And now the real question. Can you kill Tomura Shigaraki?
Oh, jeez. Okay. They want to kill him, huh?
That's not a request.
He wants to save
I'm
him.
gauging your resolve. When you saw that boy's face, you thought he looked as though he was asking for help, didn't you?
The problem is, the rest of us had a completely different take on the situation.
I did too.
It was inside his head, which was causing Shigaraki pain, yeah. But in that moment, it didn't seem like he wanted to be saved.
I didn't think so either.
Those terrible eyes held nothing but hatred.
Because that's the person All for One raised him to be.
Right.
I think his plan was probably to possess Shigaraki both physically and mentally,
Yep.
so that he could take One for All.
We both ended up facing All for One, but we managed to keep him from stealing the power from us.
Oh. What about these two?
At the heart of the quirk inside of you is a grit that refuses to yield to that monster.
We believe that One for All is meant to destroy All for One completely.
I left my family to fight All for One, abandon my child, and this is the result. If that monster manages to fully awaken, no one will be able to stop him.
Yeah.
Some people are simply beyond redemption.
We need to deal with All for One first.
In the end, will you have the resolve necessary to kill him?
Why are they facing a wall? I need an answer.
He looked like he was in trouble. No, that's what it felt like.
Oh, he's beginning to talk.
Yet in the depths of that hatred, I could sense a lost child crying.
Well, yeah.
Shigaraki killed so many innocent people. He hurt those I care about. One for All isn't a power meant to do harm. It's a power meant to save. Even if it started as a way to destroy your brother. It's evolved into something else thanks to what you've done. One for All has taken on another purpose in this world.
All right. Oh, he's crying. Oh, he's crying.
I want to save that little kid.
Oh. I think if you get rid of All for One from the equation, Tomura might be able to be saved. I don't know.
I'm so happy that my power was passed on to you.
Can we put some clothes on this kid?
This was a test, for which I apologize.
Oh.
When you wake up, tell him I said hello.
Oh, we will. We will, Nana.
We were still blessed with the most amazing students.
Aw.
You two better start helping out. You can't just ignore us.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying, but I can feel the conversation.
Aw.
Exact details may be hazy, but the information is flowing through me.
Aw. Who's this?
It's nice to meet you,
Hey.
All Might.
You're Hawks, right?
Oh, they've never met?
Is Midoryia going to recover?
Yes, he'll pull through this.
This is about Midoryia, and One for All.
Yeah. People know, dude.
And Endeavor told us that as the battle progressed, Shigaraki was targeting Midoryia. We're not just fighting villains. We are also battling public sentiment.
Right.
We should talk somewhere private. I'll tell you everything.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone wants to blame the pros.
Yeah, probably
They
not.
want to believe heroes have integrity.
Dobby is indeed my oldest son, Toyotomi.
Okay.
I can't deny what he spoke
There's the press conference Dobby was talking about.
to apologize for my misdeeds.
Oh.
Dude, he should have denied it. I was rooting for the guy.
You're saying that he didn't lie, but he did!
He's right. Best Genius is alive, which refutes Dobby's claims that Hawks murdered him.
Yeah!
Right.
Best Genius was made to look like he was dead, and that's how I infiltrated their ranks. But the rest of the awful things Dobby mentioned are correct for the most part. I apologize for hiding the truth about my origin. I know now that it was a mistake. Regarding Jean Bubai-Guara, I thought I had no other choice but to keep him out of the fight.
Right.
If he had activated his quirk, the damage would have been unimaginably worse than it
Yeah.
already was. I did want to bring him in for it.
We'd still be fighting.
Do you really think apologizing and saying you feel bad fixes anything?
No, you're gonna have to show it with actions, right?
If we stood up here crying and carrying on, would that make your mother better?
Huh?
Right.
No, of course it wouldn't. But you could do something besides talk.
Well, we're gonna, but we have to have a press conference first.
As number one, that's how I will atone for my sins.
Yep. Actions.
We'd like to announce that starting today, UA High and other schools with hero courses will be designated as emergency shelters.
Oh.
There should be families of enrolled students are already moving into these.
Oh, okay.
Leave our homes with no idea when we can go back? Direct your blame and anger at me, but let us help you.
Right. Oh.
Again, I'll say watch me.
Then the heroes.
Hey, how's her arm doing?
Even so.
Oh.
There are those still.
Did he have feathers on his head? Why? Oh, he has an eye patch.
When Endeavor was asked about One for All, he said he knew nothing about it.
Yeah, let's not tell the whole world yet.
I had a letter from Midoryia on my door.
Everybody did. Okay. What does it say?
Poor Midoryia.
Is he gonna be
Uraraka.
like sheltered somewhere else?
So much. It's time for you and the rest of our class to.
Oh, they're just gonna tell him. Why don't they just tell him in person?
My quirk is a power passed on to me from All Might.
Oh.
It's a gift that Shigaraki and All for One want to steal. The last thing I want to do is put.
Yeah,
others
he's
in
not gonna
danger.
be there.
And
Damn.
it's dangerous to be near me, so I'm leaving UA. Being in the hero course and meeting everyone in Class A has made me happier than I could have ever.
He's just gonna like leave?
Thank you.
I just thought he wasn't gonna live there. What?
You idiot.
What?
Those who don't hesitate to take the hardest path, then who will be willing to follow them when they're suffering? In April, Deku left our hero academy.
Damn.
Looks like a huge villain.
He better not be out there on his own. This better be a thing that he like ran by All Might. The final act begins. What? What does that mean? The final act. This isn't like the last season, right? So that was episode 18. We didn't get too much of Tomura Shigaraki. We got a little bit, I guess, from the grandmother, but as I thought this episode would be, we were in Deku's head. And so the wielders, they were all kind of talking to Deku about just some stuff that they found out over the years, how One for All works, I guess. It seems to, from what I kind of gathered, it seems to maybe work a little better. You can live longer or something when you don't have a quirk. Is that what I heard? I think that's what they said. The fourth user died of old age, right? But he died at 40. I'm not sure that really makes sense to me. So Shinomori is the fourth user. He didn't have, well, no, I guess that doesn't make sense. He's the fourth user. He was able to have, I don't know how long he had it, but he was the second longest to have had it outside of All Might. All Might has had it for 40 years is what they said. This guy died at 40. One for All was designed to destroy All for One. They also, the one for all users, also, I was kind of thinking like them when they were talking about how Deku had said, you know, oh, he wants to be saved, that look in his eye. But then I was like, they were all like, well, we had a different perspective. It looked like he didn't want to be saved at all. And that's what I thought too. And then Nana was like, you know, hey, can you kill him? You're going to have to kill him. But then that's when Deku was like, you know, I know this originated as something to destroy All for One, but it's evolved over the years. And because of All Might, it's now something that helps and saves people. He really just wants to save Shigaraki. I don't know if just completely taking All for One out of the equation, like maybe if we kill All for One, I don't know what that would do for Shigaraki. Shigaraki doesn't want All for One to be a part of him, like he just wanted him to be a mentor. He didn't want him to be like literally a part of him, inside of him, controlling him, right? Like he doesn't want that. But I don't know that he would ever want to truly be saved. he does have a lot of hate in his heart, and there is all of this did, derive from sadness and tragedy, and All for One exploited that and made him who he is today. I just don't know that I would see Shigaraki like apologizing and giving up being who he is. I think it's been too long. He is who he is. So it was an interesting talk with the users. I don't know who those two that are standing against the wall are. I really want to know more about all of them. So, okay, maybe I kind of understand what they were talking about. So, All for One, All Might, he didn't have a quirk to bolster. So he made One for All his own quirk. They compared it to like a wine glass and putting wine into something that's like putting, I guess, more wine into a glass and then it explodes. But he was able to mold his body and his vestige, if you will, to handle One for All because he didn't already have a quirk. So I guess it works best in somebody who doesn't already have a quirk to add to, which I was going to say, oh, that's interesting that he was trying to find somebody at UA that already had a quirk to pass the power onto, but he didn't get he didn't get any of this knowledge until just now. And it's even, maybe he doesn't even have it now because he said that he could feel having a conversation, but he doesn't know what they're saying. Or at least he doesn't know what Deku is saying. So I would have presumed that he doesn't know what the others are talking about, but he can like feel what they're feeling. I don't know. He was crying. His vested little thing was crying in there, and he was crying outside in the real world as well. Now, why he was crying, I don't know. He just woke up. He's like, "What are you talking about, Mom? Leave me alone." So it was, what'd they say, 4 months ago? That's what the first wielder said, the brother. He said 4 months. They hadn't even been able to talk to each other until 4 months ago, or when the glowy stuff started. Whatever, I think they said 4 months. So that's interesting. And so now things are starting to unlock, and they're able to have more agency in there. They're able to help more. The fifth wielder, he's so funny. He was like, "Yeah, but we'll give you your privacy, you know. we won't pry too much into your personal life." It's got to be like weird, right? Like, I don't know if I'd want, people living inside me, knowing my thoughts, my feelings. Cuz Nana was like, "We felt what you were feeling when you looked at Shigaraki." But was that because it was within this like thought palace, like, or can they feel his feelings and whatnot at all times? So the fourth wielder's power is danger sense. And I was trying to figure out if that was the reason why he lived so long with the power, because it looked like he was able to get out of like the way, like he sensed the danger and so he could kind of like dodge it. And I was like, okay, well, he lived a longer life because he could dodge danger. Right, he can get out of the way, so he lived a longer life. But it ages, I guess, if you add One for All to somebody who has a power already, it accelerates the aging process. Is that what I heard? So that's why he died of old age at 40. How old is All Might? I thought All Might was like in his 40s. But he's had the power for 40 years. And he got it when he was at least in high school. I don't know, maybe he's close to 60. If he got it at, let's say he got it at 15, He's had it for 40 years. That would make him like 55. So he doesn't look. He looks weird, but he doesn't look that old. Not that 55's old, because that I'm farther away from 55 than or closer to 55 than I am 25. But or maybe not. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. I haven't done the math. I'm not a math person. Crazy. It was a good episode though. I'm excited to see the next one. Deku is leaving. He's left he's left UA. He wrote everybody a letter and he was like, I thought he just wasn't going to stay at the school, like sleep at the school. I thought he'd still be a student there. And I hope that this isn't some kind of like vigilante type, I'm going off on my own, nobody knows where I'm going, I haven't told anybody type situation. It looked like Deku's mom was going to be moving in to the UA schools as well. Bakugo's mom was there. I'm assuming all the students' parents maybe are going to be housed there as well. We had the press conference with Best Jeanist, Endeavor, and Hawks. Public doesn't trust them, obviously, which, it's understandable. And now we have, 10,000 prisoners running amok. So we'll see what happens. I wonder if Deku is going to join Hawks and Endeavor in them. I don't know what's going to happen. I want Eraserhead to get his leg back. And maybe his eye. Poor guy. He's been through so much. We need Eri to fix him. I want him fixed. I really want to know who those one for all users that were standing against the wall. I'm assuming that it's possible that they faced All for One and they got their quirks stolen, so maybe they're like ashamed and thinking that they can't help because they don't have their quirks anymore for Deku to use, maybe. I don't know. Because a couple of seasons ago, or I think it was last season that we first found out about the fifth wielder, and I kind of remember him saying, you're going to have so many quirks manifesting within you eventually for you to use. I wonder, because maybe they haven't talked with one another. Maybe only the brother knows that they don't have quirks to pass on to Deku. Maybe they could still pass on, like, just their strength. I don't know how that works. So I'm interested in that. I know the brother's like, yo, you guys need to quit sulking. We're going to need you. So anyway, I'm excited to watch the next episode, which I'm going to do right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe, and as always, I will see you guys on the next video.